Well, I guess today's video is going to cover several topics. First of all, we're going to address the real-world Minecraft Garden Challenge set forth by Homestead Aquarius. I have some cedar trees. Well, I guess technically they're juniper trees, but here in the South we call them red cedars. I have some of those that I need to remove, but I'm going to use them for posts when I put my fencing up for my chicken run. And then I have a lot of cedar trees, red cedar trees, juniper trees, whatever you want to call them. I have a lot of them growing around my yard and then in parts of my property where I don't want them to be. They're still little bitty. They're saplings, so I think I'm probably going to dig some of those up and move them back out to an area where I don't mind them being. I just planted some apple trees, so if I do have cedar trees, I want them to be as far away from the apple trees as I can get them, because there's a fungus called cedar apple rust that it has a two-stage life cycle. It lives one stage of its life on cedar trees, and then it produces spores, and those spores will blow over to the apple trees, and then those produce spores, and they blow back over to the cedar trees, and it just bounces back and forth. So I would like to keep my cedar trees as far away from my apple trees as I can, but I do like cedar. It produces a really pretty wood that you can use for projects. It is fairly rot resistant, so it works well for things like the posts that I'm going to be making. So I do want them growing on my property. I just want to make sure that they're in an area where I would like for them to grow. So we're going to probably dig some of those up and transplant them out to the area where I cut these down from. I'm out in the back corner of my pasture where we have a few trees growing. The ground in this particular spot gets really soft when it rains, and so it's not uncommon for us to have trees fall over. So these are the ones that I'm going to begin removing. First thing I want to do is cut off all the branches on this one. It's one tree that has split into two somewhere down close to the base of the trunk. But I'm going to remove all the branches there, and then we'll cut it up into, I don't know, 6 foot logs. I can sink it a couple of feet deep and still have about 4 feet to put fencing on. But that's the plan. I've never done this before. I'm not experienced with using axes and hatchets, so this is going to be interesting. But since my chainsaw is broken, this is going to require some old school tools. Luckily we made some the other day in our Minecraft video. We're going to use the trusty axe. Let's see if this is as easy as they make it look on Minecraft. Okay, I've got a pretty good little section of this top branch cleared out. I'm going to start cutting into it now. Probably ought to be wearing gloves too. That didn't take long. Nice big old blood blister. I'm gonna run back to the house and get some gloves. Now we're ready. Hey-oh! Got my first post cut. Kind of ripped a little on the back end. I don't know if that will mess with its longevity or not, but there's one. And this is definitely not good news. I don't know if you can see that, but there are ticks crawling all over this thing. Gosh dang. I'm probably going to be crawling with ticks by the time this is over with. Oh well. I'll live, I guess. I'm gonna run in and take a quick water break and make sure I don't have any ticks on me right now. I don't think I'm gonna bother filming the rest of this. I'm just gonna get the job done and I'll see you when I'm finished. Let's take a break and get a quick look at the garden. This is the Shedwars after all. My tomato plants are looking all right. Still waiting for them to hit that big growth spurt. This one is about to the point where I'm gonna need to start tying it onto its bamboo stake. That one as well. Carrots are coming up. I planted those using some homemade seed tape. Some more carrots. Some lettuce that really didn't germinate very well. We got a few of them going on there though. Peppers, I'll have to look at my notes. I think these are jalapeno peppers. They're still kind of small. Hopefully it'll heat up here pretty soon and they'll hit a good growth spurt. I've got some radishes. These were Dollar Tree radishes that I got for 25 cents a pack. And man, they germinated like crazy. We'll see how they develop. Have another pepper. This is gonna be probably the Ozark giant bell peppers. I never have a lot of luck with bell peppers. Hopefully this will be my year. Have some more radishes down that way, about a half a row, and then these I planted yesterday from seed tape, so they'll be up in a few days. Some eggplants. 1, 2, and I think I've lost my third one down there. I'm gonna have to replace it. I've never grown eggplant before, so I don't know what to expect. I need to get some neem oil or something out here. These peppers are awfully tiny. I think these are probably my my paprika peppers. They better grow. If not, I'm gonna be so disappointed. I want to make paprika so bad. These, I believe, are New Mex Sun Glow peppers. And then we have some multicolored Swiss chard going around the end. Some of it's coming up pretty nicely. So hopefully we'll be harvesting some of this here pretty soon. This was also Dollar Tree 25 cents a pack seed, and it's done quite well. Over here on the trellis we have some loofah gourds. I had 4 out of 8 seeds germinate. I'm happy to get that. From what I've read, these are notoriously finicky plants. Apparently you can eat them if you harvest them early, but we're growing them for the little loofah sponge that they make on the inside. We're gonna try and do some stuff with that this year. Over here in the garden closer to the house, our corn and squash is coming up nicely. Need to get in here and weed it. My cucumbers are gonna do really well this year, I think. Almost all of them came up. We're gonna have a ton of cucumbers. I planted a bunch. The okra is about the same. I've got the seed to come out and replant, but I'm not about to put it in the ground with all the rain that we still have in the forecast. So one of these days, maybe one of these days, I'll get to replant the rest of my okra and red noodle beans. And the green beans for the Three Sisters thing over there too. I've got those, but with all the rain in the forecast, I'm not gonna put them in the ground, not until it's gonna clear up a little bit and heat up a little bit. But yeah, there's my quick garden update. Now let's get back to work. All right, I finished with that tree. I ended up getting 5 good, I don't know, about 6 foot long posts out of it. To do the project that I have in mind, I'm gonna need, I don't know, 2 or 3 8-foot posts, and then like 18 or 20 of those 6-footers right there. So I don't know, we've still got a lot of work left to do. I have these red cedar trees in several places on the property that I want to chop down because they're, like I said, they're a little too close to my apple trees. But we're gonna start, ooh, mud. We're We're gonna start in this little area. The ground in here gets really soft, and those cedar trees just kind of fall over. So I've got them falling all over the place here. So before I go chopping down new trees, I'm gonna clean up the mess that I have in here and try and clear some of this out. These trees, the ones that are falling over, they're still rooted in the ground. Some of them are still alive even. As a matter of fact, right over here is the first tree that I've ever cut down in my life. I made a video of it if you'd like to see it. It's gonna pop up on one of those sides over there. You can click on it. I don't know, it might not be very interesting, but I did it for my own personal record. And now we're gonna chop it down into some posts. I think I'm gonna try and get an 8-footer and a 6-footer out of this one. So I think I'm finished cutting what I need. Now I just have to load it into the truck. Gotta love that about Minecraft. All the work's so easy, just a few smacks with an axe, or pick up a whole log and it goes to your inventory. I'm kinda liking that. Now let's go throw these things in the back of the truck. Boy, that was way easy. In the real world, that would have taken me like 15 or 20 trips or something. Yay, Minecraft. And as for you, Homestead Aquarius, hopefully by now you realize that when I play Minecraft, I don't play. This is for real. I'm just kidding, I'm having a ball. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. And now that you've seen what I currently have going on in my real world Minecraft homestead, why don't you head on over to Homestead Aquarius's page and see what he's doing. But before you go, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave us a comment, and if you would like to be notified anytime we release a video, then be sure to ring the notification bell so you'll know when to be back for more daily, sustainable living.